How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. This right here is the Renpho foot and calf massager with heat and a remote. You can put your foot in it. It's open in the front and back, so you can put your calves in it, put your arm in it. I like this style a lot better than your dedicated foot massager because those kinds can only do your foot. This one is a little bit more multi-purpose, and I tried it a few times. It put me right to sleep because it's so comfortable. Luckily, you can only turn it on with the timer function, so if you fall asleep in it, it eventually will stop so it won't over massage your muscles. There's a quick start guide. The user manual, pull this tab to turn on the remote, uses a CR2025 battery cell. Each of these sides are pretty wide, enough to put a pretty large calf in here. When I put my arms in, there's plenty of room left. Push the on button. This is the front of the massager. Normally you would be sitting on this side and your legs will go out this way. Notice how the front has these pads right here, and that allows you to tilt it upwards. Push this button on this bar and you can adjust it to any angle that you like. This is at a 45-degree angle. Let me lower it a little bit. This is the second angle, third angle, fourth angle, and fifth angle. If you're facing this way, you can't put the bar in the front because my ankle just kind of touches it. So if you're gonna use this flat, you need to put this bar on this side, and it just kind of sits under your knee right here. And there's plenty of room for this bar to sit. If we turn it around, there's a magnet sign right here, and we can attach the remote to that when you're not using it. All of these are touch buttons. There are 3 different air modes where you can control the front bellows or the rear bellows. Turning both the front and back on is the first mode. The second one is just turning on the front bellows. The third mode is turning on the back bellows only. You have the air intensity that goes from 1 through 4. I find that 3 is very strong already, and it's recommended to use level 1 first until you're used to it, and then increase it 1 at a time so it won't be too strong right off the bat. The need intensity, it's how fast the massaging nubs at the bottom of your foot will rotate, or depending on what you're massaging, the bottom of your calves. Change the time from 15, 20 to 30 minutes. The heat is only on off. This is not intensity, but the location of the heat. You can either do it top and bottom of the foot, the top of your foot, or just the bottom of your foot. Let's take a look at the massaging elements inside to get a better idea. You can usually wash the covers of these things. So I'm gonna open this up here and remove the liner. This is the right foot side. There's a heater on the left front side of the foot and the rear right side of the foot. And many times in foot massagers, I've seen only one set of bellows. Here, because it can massage both a foot, which is a bit narrower, and a calf, which might be quite wide. So these double bellows will allow it to push further in. Let's take a look at the massaging nubs. This looks pretty typical of your foot massager, especially since this nub is a little bit higher than the right side for the arch of your foot. Interestingly though, I think this is for your ankle and these are for your toes. To properly use the foot massager, you gotta put your foot this way, toes facing this way, but the controls are on this side of the machine, so you gotta turn it the other way when you're using it. We see that the heat is right in the center, feels noticeably warmer, make it at maximum intensity. And if I do the air mode of just the front, look at that, only the front one are pushing in. And let me do the back air mode, only the back ones pushes in. Need intensity low, medium, and high. So this thing moves really fast. Let me change the heating element to the top of the foot only, so it turns off that light. These heaters are off. If I turn on only the bottom, only this one is on, and these heaters are off. Or you can turn them all off, or have them both on like this. The remote have the exact same 6 controls as on the front panel. The power on the upper left, heat, time, need intensity, air mode. Heat, time, need intensity, air mode. This is not an infrared remote, so it might actually be a radio frequency remote. And it uses a CR2025 battery. When everything is set on high, it uses about 50 watts of energy. I'm gonna try the foot massager. Notice how the power button is sort of facing that way. It's pushing the front of the foot right now. Switching to the back of the foot, there's a handle on both sides for you to grip, and so you can pull it up this way. You can also push this handlebar and set it on the top and carry it like a shopping basket. I'm gonna try it out in terms of an arm massager. Set it on intensity 3, low kneading. You can choose which side to do it. For the arm, it feels like there are more nubs right here, and that would work better with the bigger muscle towards the elbow side of your arm. So I want to do it this way. Ooh, yeah. The air bellows are pretty strong here. It's squeezing my arm. See, I can't even lift it out of this thing. Now, arm massagers is actually not very common. Calf massagers is not very common either, but foot massagers are. So this kind of fills in some of the missing parts of massagers. In typical foot massagers, your foot is only spaced apart 2 or 3 inches. So this allows you to put your calves, put your arms, and not have to like kind of go like really close like this. Even when you're using your foot, it's a bit more comfortable because your foot can be spread out a little bit more. Now, as a calf massager, I like to use air intensity 3. 4 is too strong. Because it's squeezing it, it's holding your muscles in place. The nubs come in from the back and it's massaging the back of your calves. It alternates between squeezing the front and the back. And if you don't like the heat, I can turn it off. I think this is much more versatile than a dedicated foot massager, and I would recommend this over any of the other foot massagers. If you guys are interested in getting this product, check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.